All right. Hey, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And it's the brother Korah Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson, and Lord willing, it do be edifying. And this stems from last night, at the crib doing a little meditating. And it's to the point to where we get into the time to where our faith, what we believe in, gonna have to be on full display, and we're gonna have to show signs of our confidence. We're gonna have to show our confidence, for example, now, I don't know if brother's seen it, but I was watching the apostles lesson, and they pretty much was going into, look, if Christians come up and try to question us, look, man, we ain't got time to play with them no more. We just bring them into deep water as far as the scriptures and drown them. We ain't got time to play with nobody. And then the elders in Dallas lesson from Friday, you had one guy come up. Now, they was respectful. So from what I could hear, they was Christians, some Jakes. But Elder Yashawamba asked him a question, and before the dude could get it out, Elder Yashawamba like, see, you don't know, right? But the thing is that it is, those things can come off as prideful, right? Or we know 100% truth, or when you tell people you ain't got it, or this ain't for you, so on and so forth. It's not pride. It's not pride. It's just confidence and a passion for what we do, man. That zeal, even Yahweh Shai, bro, think about it. Yahweh Shai whooped niggas' ass. He made a cat of nine tails and whooped niggas' ass because of his zeal for the Lord, for his Father, for the Lord temple, so on and so forth. Right? But the thing is that as the times get closer to the end, our faith, what we believe, is going to be questioned even more. Right? People go try to come up and test us even more. Right. And not as far as even defending the doctrine, but when we be persecuted, when we put on the news, right, when the world look at us as we the worst things walking, all that's gonna be tested. But the point is, we gonna have to still put our confidence out there and show the people like, yeah, this what we believe in, this what it is. So the kind of the it's like I'm a little excited, but the more of this lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying, go be mad. Don't be afraid to show your confidence. Don't let people in this world make you feel bad about serving the Lord. Don't let people in this world make you feel bad that you believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that much. No, let them people, be condemning their mind that they have a lack of belief. And we continue to walk in ours, man, the Lord willing, grow and get better. But let's get this first. This Hebrews chapter 10. And I do want to get an account, because you know what it made me think of? King David. When King David came, this when the Israelites was about to follow Goliath. We might get that next. But was about to fight Goliath. Not follow, was about to fight Goliath and the Philistines. And everybody was scared, but King David came up and displaying confidence in the Lord. And his brother got mad. His older brother got mad. But his older brother took that as pride. Instead of, no, this man just that confident in the Lord. Don't be mad because you not. But it's Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 30. We're going to start at 35. Right? Hebrews 10 and we're going to start at 34. It says, for ye had compassion of me and my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods. It's Apostle Paul speaking to the church. Right? Now he telling them, look, while I was among y'all ain't have no problem helping me out with y'all resources, blessing me with goods and money, so on and so forth. And he gonna tell them why, because he gonna say, y'all know y'all got a better reward waiting for y'all in the heavens. And that's something that we get. So therefore, knowing that, don't let this world make you feel bad about that. We know we got something waiting, but it says, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and enduring substance. Right? It says, this is the point. And cast not away, therefore, your confidence. Seeing we have something coming, man, don't be ashamed of being confident in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Don't be ashamed in the things we believe in. Don't be ashamed to proclaim we waiting for UFOs, chariots as we know, but UFOs to come down from heaven to save so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans from our oppression. Do not be ashamed of that. Don't be ashamed, right, to believe in a so-called dark-skinned, a black man coming out the sky with angels to beam us up. And we're going to be changed and turned into superheroes on earth. Do not be ashamed of that. It's the truth. Let these people be ashamed because they don't believe in the Lord that much. Let these people be ashamed that they don't, dedicate their life and how they move throughout the day according to the standards of the Lord. That's what it's saying in John 3, that they don't want to come to the light because they know that their deeds are evil, man. So they let them feel guilty. And a guilty person, like it says, misery loves company. A guilty person gonna want other people to feel bad. So they go want to take away from our confidence. Don't let this world do that. Hebrews 10 and 35. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which have a great recompense of reward, is going to pay off. It says, for you have need of patience, that after we suffer a little bit, it says, for you have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come, Yahushua, and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. And that's the thing that's going to allow us to overcome our faith, man. Things that we don't see, but we believe in it. The Lord already told us what's the end all be all. What's the outcome of the story? We know it. So what's the outcome? All we have to do is believe in that until it happens. That's faith. Hebrews 11 and 1. Right? It says faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We believe that much in the Lord power. That's what it's saying, Hebrews. No, Ephesians. What that is? Ephesians 5, the whole armor of the Lord. Before it went into, giving the naming the pieces of the armor of the Lord, first thing it started with, it says, and that we have, let me see. Power of his might. This is the point of faith. We believe in the Lord power. Hebrews 6, Ephesians 6. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. This is the point. And in the power of his might. That's what it is. And then it goes into put on the whole armor. Before we get to the armor, it tells us be confident in the Lord might, in the power of his might. So therefore, seeing the Lord got everything already laid out, the end all be all, salvation and how it's going to be, we should believe in that. Although we don't see it, we should know it's coming. The point is, cast not away that confidence. Don't let this world make you feel bad because you believe in that, something that they can't see. Something that ain't tangible, that seem obvious to the world. Back in Hebrews 12 and 37, it says, for yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul, man. You see? Let's get this real quick with King David. Now, again, I'm going to get this in the NLT too. Now, this one was about to go fight the Philistines. Let me see where I'm going to start at. Now, King David, he was a young man at the time. His brothers was, already older men in their 20s, maybe 30s. You see, 30s. And King David's, I'm not too 15, maybe. Stripling. And King David's father just sent him to bring food and bread to his brothers so they could be good for the war. Look, go ahead, go bring your little, your brother's survival pack, a little recovery pack. Right, some bread, some wine. I forget what else it was. So King David was just going to do that, being a little brother, right? Going to do what his father told him to do. But at this point in time, when he got there, the Philistines and Israel was about to go to war, as we should know. And Goliath was talking his shit, and everybody was scared. So just wanted to set the tone. Let's get into it. This is 1 Samuel 17. And verse, I'm going to start at 20 in the NLT. It says, so David left the sheep with another shepherd and set out early the next morning with the gifts. And as he had directed him, he arrived at the camp just as the Israelites' army was leaving for the battle with shouts and battle cries. And soon the Israelite and the Philistine forces stood facing each other, army against army. David left his things with the keeper of supplies and hurried out to the ranks to greet his brother. So David got a little hype. He like, okay. Right? It says, and as he was talking with them, right? So he talking to his brothers as he was, and look, right here, look. So see, check it out. Check it out. King David confidence gonna make them feel bad. That's gonna make them mad. Because right here, he talking. Why he talking with them? Why he talking with him right here? And they ain't saying, why you here? Why you over here, David? What you came here for? Right here, they cool with him. You see, they cool with him right here. But what's going to make his older brother spaz out on him and start getting on him? Ain't nobody tell you to come in. Why you ain't watching them sheep? But why you ain't saying that right here? Let's read it, because it came down to the point King David confidence was overwhelming to other people and it made them feel less. Right? It says, so he talking to his brothers without issue right here. And it says, and he went greet his brothers. And as he was talking to them, the Philistine champion from Gath came out from the Philistine ranks. Then David heard him shout his usual taunt to the army of Israel. And as soon as the Israelite army saw him, they began to run away in fright. So look, everybody, Jay got scared. Goliath came up big, you know, Shaq in his prime, how he was dominating the league. Man, Goliath will make Shaq look like a little boy, man. Right? The 02, 03 Shaq. You know? It says, the Israelites ran away in fright. And this is what Goliath said. Have you seen, no, this is what they said, the Israelites. Have you seen the giant? The men asked. He comes out each day to defy Israel. The king has offered a huge reward to anyone who kills him. And they saying this all scared, the Israelites. It says, and he will give that man one of his daughters for a wife, and the man's entire family will be exempted from paying taxes. And David asked the soldiers standing by, what will a man get for killing this Philistine? And ending his defiance of Israel. So look, King David heard that, like, hold on. He like, what the man go get? Scratching his head like, what y'all said he gonna get? So now he getting riled up in the spirit of the Lord hopping on him. Now check this out. I just want to start up, just give it as context, and we'll end it pretty much after this. Just to show, man, don't let nobody take your confidence away, even family. Right here, King David didn't let his family stop him. Man, you know what? Man, you right, man. My bad. No, he believed in the Lord. He ain't let that stop him or let him be scared too. Right? So it says, David asked the soldiers standing nearby, this 1 Samuel 17 and 26 in the NLT. David asked the soldiers standing by, what will a man get for killing this Philistine and ending his defiance of Israel? Who is this pagan Philistine anyway that he is allowed to defy the armies of the living God? And these men gave David the same reply. They said, yes, that is the reward for killing them. But when David's oldest brother, so look, David's like, I'm with it. When it says, but when David's oldest brother, Eliab, heard David talking to the men, he was angry and said, what are you doing around here anyway? He demanded, what about those few sheep you're supposed to be taking care of? I know about your pride and deceit. You just want to see the battle. So he got on David. Right? He thought David was just there to see the battle. And right? And now David, look, David that's seeing them running. David asked questions. King David asked questions before he was king, but King David asked questions. What the man go get? I'm with it. I'm with it. Right? And his brother got mad and said, man, what you doing here? But he was just talking to his brothers why you ain't said it at first. But now King David inquiring, showing a little confidence, but now he said, look, that's pride on you. So see, sometimes confidence could be taken for pride. You know, people could take your confidence for pride. Now I say this too, you know, because you have some brothers who have a little more, you know, you can see brothers' confidence a little more than others, right? But and I remember I had this conversation with the brother Kaya in New Orleans, you know, because, you know, me and that brother kind of got similar spirits, you know, like we, you know, kind of, you could see our confidence, you know, at times, you know, on us. But the thing is, like, we don't have a problem, you know, speaking or you know, so on and so forth. Or what, not just speaking and talking about that count. I'm just talking about, you know, assuming a room, in other words, right? But the thing is, even having a lot of confidence, I say this to be balanced too, is a certain time of knowing when to turn it off and turn it on, you know? Is a certain time knowing when to be confident and when to kind of dwindle that down a little bit. And also, I remember Kaya said this, a man with confidence don't have a problem or don't feel his ego threatened by pushing confidence or giving confidence to another man other than himself. You see? And that's a benefit to the body, to the truth. A man who don't have what John the Baptist had that mindset, you know, he must diminish and the Lord must you know, grow. I'm paraphrasing, I forget, you know, exactly how he said it. He must increase and I must decrease. That's what he said. Right? But a man with confidence, you don't have a problem decreasing yourself to increase another man. But going back to the point, to show like a man's confidence could be overwhelming to others. And I'm looking at this as far as us compared to the world. Don't let the world make you feel bad that you ready to take it there for the Lord, like King David right here. Don't let family members make you feel bad that, yeah, I keep the Sabbath. Yeah, you know, don't eat pork. Yeah, no, I don't do those things, so on and so forth. You see? Oh, no, I don't eat pork. You know, yeah, I keep the Sabbath. Right? So on and so forth. Don't let people feel bad that you're willing to take it there with your life for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Let them feel guilty. But let's finish this and I'll end it. It says, verse 28, but when David's older brother Eliab heard David talking to the men, he was angry. What are you doing here anyway? He demanded, what about those few sheep you're supposed to be taking care of? I know about your pride and deceit. You just want to see the battle. And David said, what have I done now? What I did? I ain't do nothing. He said, I was only asking a question. And he walked over to some others and asked them the same thing and received the same answer. Then David question was reported to King Saul, and King Saul sent for him. And you go on, King David was like, I'm with it. Well, let's read it. Don't worry about the Philistine. David told Saul, I'll go fight him. So everybody was scared. Grown men that was scared, big brothers that was scared, but King David was willing and ready, man. He had confidence. You see? And he ain't let nobody shake his confidence, man, or his belief that the Lord was going to put this Philistine to death. Because, again, it wasn't confidence in himself. He had confidence that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you know, at the time, the Heavenly Father Yahweh was going to do away with that Philistine. He said, I come in the name of the God of Israel, Yahweh, man. That's why he had confidence. He wasn't, you know, when walking out there in his own confidence, and that's how we feel. Right? But let me see, because I got a few more precepts, but you know, that's the gist of it. I had a few precepts in mind. Let's end it off on this. Even our faith. This 1 John 5:4. It says, for whatsoever is born of the Most High overcomes the world. And we all trying to overcome, man, and win, conquer this world, just like our Lord did. But what's going to allow us to overcome? It says, for whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. Come on, man. Let me get that in another translation. So it says that's how we gonna win. That's how we gonna overcome the world. What we believe in. And again, what we believe in, we can't see. So it's gonna be things said about our belief, us, you know, peer pressure, so on and so forth. Don't let that shake our confidence in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Let's read this in the NLT. 1 John 5:4, for every child of the Most High defeats this evil world, and we achieve this victory through our faith. That's how we go overcome, man. Being confident in the Lord. Yep. Let's read this in the NLT and I end it. I mean, the AMP version, amplified. It says 1 John 5:4 in the amplified. For everyone born of the Most High. So if you came into this truth, became a new man, it says for everyone born of the Most High is victorious and overcomes the world. And this is the victory that has conquered and overcome the world. Our continuing and persistence and faith in Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So we got to continue, man, and believe. Don't let nothing shake us, But I just, want to get that off. Lord willing, this was edifying. Want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Chakwadash, and with that, Shalom.